Real Agriculture's coverage of Agritechnica 2019 is brought to you by Brevant. Seed, yield, easy. Sean Aney here with Real Agriculture. We're at Agritechnica 2019 in Hanover, Germany, brought to you by Brevant. And right now we're joined by Matthew Hayes. He's the CEO of Equipment Technologies. Matthew, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you.
Hey, great to chat with you. Okay, so exciting show here in Germany. Companies around the world showcasing the latest in technology. We've got a sprayer behind us that maybe the name is not too familiar for a lot of people back home, but it's definitely starting to make a play there.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, the sprayer behind us has the Berthoud name on it, which is the French brand. Berthoud is a sister company of ET's. We're owned by the same company, XL Industries, based out of Paris. ET sold to them in 2016. So since then, we've been working with Berthoud to introduce this product range into North America. Through that process, we've had to do a fair amount of sort of Americanization of the sprayer, if you will, bigger cab, for example, putting more localized content on the wet system, things like that, obvious things that we know that the North American farmer wants in the sprayer. But we launched the line for sale about 2 years ago in North America. We're in the process of setting up dealers. We've sold probably 30 units so far. The experience has been fantastic, and we're selling it under the name Bruin, and it's black. So you can go to a website right now, just Google Bruin sprayer and learn more about the sprayer, but it is black. Other than that, it's basically the same sprayer, and the reason we're excited about it from an Equipment Technologies and Apache perspective is it really complements the Apache sprayer. So everyone knows about Apache for simplicity, mechanical drive, high productivity, efficiency. It's all about just getting the job done, right? But it's mechanical drive. Most of the sprayer market in North America uses hydrostatics to drive the sprayer. That's probably the more conventional way to do it. People are more comfortable with it. So this sprayer is hydrostatically driven. It gives us an offering in that segment of the market. Probably more importantly is this offers 70 inches of crop clearance for the guy that wants to apply later in corn, canola, other really high crops, whereas the Apache goes up to 50 inches. Yeah. So it gives us an additional 20 inches of crop clearance for guys that think that matters.
What about boom width?
The boom width is 120, so that's the standard boom on this sprayer. This is an 1,100 gallon sprayer. Yeah, so it's sold under the Bruin name. The model number is HS 1100.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the horsepower of the motor?
The horsepower is 275 Cummins.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was one of the attractions as well. We've been all Cummins engines in the Apache sprayer for years, so we already had the relationship. It was very easy for us to support that, and we're in the process of continuing to localize the Bruin sprayer, so putting even more domestic content on the sprayer, just because it's going to be less expensive, right, if we can take a lot of the transportation and foreign content out of the sprayer over time. So hopefully increasing the value proposition for the customer.
So, like you said, farmers can be familiar with the name Apache. A lot of farmers watching are not going to be familiar with the Berthoud name and some of its characteristics and its brand over here in Europe. Give us some background there.
Well, I mean, it's a great company. They've been around for over 120 years. Their history, of course, started in vineyards. They're in one of the major wine regions in south central France, around Lyon. But they got into crop spraying way before most companies in the U.S., the major players in the U.S. were even into crop spraying. It's a more developed market in general in Western Europe because you don't have GMO, so it's more complicated. In general, guys spray slower, but they put a lot more hours on the sprayer because they're having to use a lot more chemicals for different applications and different crop types. As a result, that tends to drive sort of higher end technologies and more options for the actual spraying process. And some of that, I think, transfers favorably to North America. So I've been very impressed with both the innovation, just from a pure R&D standpoint within Bear 2, but also just the functionality and the quality is fantastic too. The installations that we have, I'm talking customers actually writing checks for the full amount of the sprayer now in North America for a couple of years have been really, really good. So that's probably finally the most encouraging thing for me. Yeah. The customers like it, and the feedback has been very positive.
Great stuff. Thanks a lot, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Sure thing. Thanks for being here.